All right, so now we're looking at number 5, which is probably the hardest one. Yeah. All right. Let's do it. Do it to it, laws. What do we got? VT is 12 volts. We don't know I. We don't know the total resistance yet. V1 is unknown. Resistance 1 is 2 ohms. Resistance 3 is 5 ohms. Resistance 2 is 15 ohms. Resistance 4 is 6 ohms. All right. Now what we have to do is simplify what we got going on here. So we're trying to just end up with one set of series or one set of parallel, but I got a parallel within a series. And since it's inside the series, there's no way I can touch the series until I get rid of this parallel. So let's get rid of the parallel. So I'm going to redraw my circuit in a way that'll represent the new layout when I combine these two resistors. So we have R1, which is 2 ohms. We have R, what is it, 32, I'll just call it, or 23. And then R4. So R4 is 6 ohms. Okay, so we have this V32 that I've just decided to make up. And what do we know? Well, let's see. In series, the current is the same. So once we figure out this current, it's good. Resistance. Let's figure out resistance at least so that we can do our other math. So we can find resistance because it's going to be RT, 1 over RT equals 1 over R1, R2, yada, 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 plus 1. Yeah, you get it. Da, 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 da. So 1 over RT equals, let's go 1 over 2 ohms plus 1 over, oh wait, no, not 2. We got 15 and 5. So we got 5 and we have 15 ohms. Okay, so this is going to be 1 over RT equals 3 over 15 ohms plus 1 over 15 ohms. That becomes 4 over 15 ohms equals 1 over RT. Cross multiply. It's like 6th grade math. 15 ohms equals 4 RT. And we divide it through and we'll get 3 3/4. I'm going to use a calculator just to check. Feeling pretty good about that one, but yeah, 3 3/4 ohms. Great. Now that we know this, we can find the total resistance because it's just going to be addition. These are in series. In series, RT equals R1 plus R2, yada, 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 which is atom. So for RT, we're going to get 2 plus 6 is 8. 8 and 3.75 is going to be 11.75 ohms. Oh my goodness, we're getting closer. Now I've got 2 of my variables. 12 volts times, 12. V equals IR. 12 divided by 11.75 is 1.02. Yeah, we'll leave it there. 1.02. Yeah. So now we have total current. Everything in series has the same current. In series, IT equals I1 plus I2 plus I3. Yada, yada, yada. So now, here, let's see. These I got to be a little skeptical of because it's not true. These two are in parallel, so they're going to do something funky with the current. But I can say, hey, the current for R32 is the same thing. So IT, we got 1.02. V1, 1.02. V4, 1.02. I'm feeling like finishing like what I started. We already got 2 of the 3 variables. 2 times 1.02 is 2.04. Here we got 6.12 volts. Great. And I mean, we could find out what the voltage is of both of these fairly easily. It would just be subtract these 2 values from 12. But let's do it for reals. V32 is going to be, let's see, 1.02 times 3.75. It says 3.825. And just to check this, 3.825 plus 2.04 plus 6.12, we end up with 11.985. So here we got our total values. We're really close. We just need to determine these last bits. So these 2 variables are parallel. So we can't treat them with the same rules that we were using before. Parallel. I'm just going to go parallel. That's a symbol for parallel. So VT equals V1, which equals V2, which equals V3. Okay. Current total equals I1 plus I2 plus I3, yada, yada, yada. So here I have my V32, 3.825 volts, 3.825, 3.825. They both get the same voltage. That's a V. And now I just do my math. 3.825 divided by 15. It's going to have a current of 0.255 amps or 255 milliamps. It's up to you. And the last one, we got 3.825 divided by 5. We get 0.765 amps. And just to check my math, when I add these 2 together, according to this, I should end up with this. Okay, so I'm going to plus 0.255. Okay, so that's at 0.765 plus 0.255, 1.02. Math checks out. I know what my circuit has in it. Final frontier is next video.